Hi, I'm Natalie Schaffner and I host the Candlelight Trading live trade room. I've got a few more trades that we took recently in the trade room for you to take a look at, and I left some narration in so that you'll be able to glean a little bit of what we look for and how we trail our stops, etc. If you like this video, please be sure to subscribe to my channel on YouTube or like my video on Facebook or on Twitter. Also, you can visit www.candlelighttrading.com to take a look at some free videos that are there. You can sign up for a free membership to see a whole list of free videos, or you can even sign up for a free trial in the trade room or join the trade room. All right, hope to see you soon. I'm going to try to throw a little fib on here on this last move up. And this might be about all we get. Let's see, came down to 81. Let's see if it'll go a little bit more. It's holding on that 50. I can also throw the fib all the way from the overnight low here. All right, I'm going to see if I can grab it in here on this retrace of this bar. See if I can get in here. All right, I'm in at 91. And let's see if this will hold and keep popping. I'm not going to give it too low. Maybe about 81 is about the most I'll give it. I'll give it 10 ticks. And this needs to pop. And then first target, like I said, is VWAP. We did not even get a full fib retrace. On the little level, we probably did, but that's not a whole huge target on the little level from here. So we'll see if this is going to retrace a little bit more, but I really don't know that it will. So on this little level here, first target is 24,710, which is VWAP. And then second target puts it up here at 741. And I really think we can head up to developing value area high. So I am going to move my stop up now and protect some profit. And I don't want to let this get too far away. I'm going to really see, we got the point of control popped up near VWAP there. So I may just take this off really soon if it can't push through first target. I'm going to hide behind, I got a cluster of buyers here between, okay, pushing through. Now let's see if it can hold above VWAP. If I see, I got my hand on the flatten button. And if I see these sellers continue, I'm going to flatten it. I'm fine with that. Let it pull back, and I'll grab it again. So grabbed about 85 bucks there. Actually, I only got 70 out of it because I had some slippage. A little more, a little more. Now this could still sell off here. So let's see if it can pull down in here. Let's see if we can get a little pullback down in here. I want to see buyers still hold this and control this. All right, I'm going to try it by there, and my stop is going to be just below that low at 30. So it's still a 10. I don't even want 10 ticks. I'm going to put it at 32. 8 ticks. That's all I'm going to risk. This point of control is nice and low on the bar, though. Let's see if we wipe out all these sellers in here, absorb all these sellers, and continue to pop up. Again, there still is a resistance right up in here where we sold before. It could just come up there, and more sellers could step in, and that could be a trap above the value area high. I'm watching these sellers get absorbed bit by bit. I really want to see it. Nice little pop here. And if we don't get a nice little pop, I'm just going to bag this too. There we go. Sellers all absorbed. Now pop. That's it. Nice. Keep going. Don't stop there. I am going to move stop up already to break even +2 because, again, we've got some resistance right up here. I want to see it's got to push above this 58. It's got to push above that other high, 58. We're not even getting fib retraces, shallow retracements. I'm going to move up and protect a little bit more because, again, that's a resistance area. So I'm protecting 5 ticks, not a lot, but see, this could end up being a little trap up here, and they could just roll right on down and retest value area low again. So, and there we are, I'm out. Okay, now I don't really mind this actually for a sell in here. If this bar closes to the downside, point of control's up nice and high on this bar, and then a retrace in, maybe I can grab a short. I actually kind of like this for a short, but you know, there's support here, there's resistance here. So we're kind of in between this little area. It may just churn a little bit, and I'll wait and kind of see, but so far so good. I would not mind at all taking the short in here. Let me see if I can get a sell in here. I'm going to try to sell ask. So I took a little sell in there. I'm not going to give this honestly much room at all. See these 32 sellers at 45? They need to hold it. My stop's at 46. I'm going to be tight and stingy. And now I need to see it break this low here. So that last little support low was 32 right here. It needs to break that 32, and then we should get a little nicer retracement here. And you're right at 32, pushing down lower. Nice, 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 nice. Now we'll see. Again, this was this little low volume node before that kind of pushed right through it. So we'll see 25. I want to see this keep pushing lower. I'm going to move my stop here to just above the bar. I don't want this to pop on me. So 45, I'm risking 5 ticks. I'd like to see it get down to VWAP. That's kind of my target here. Which is around 27.13. All right, I got a little more selling step in. I'm just watching what's going on in these and those sellers all got absorbed. I'm going to move to break even +2. Let's see if this little homework level is going to hold. I really want it to break down. If all I get is 2, all I get is 2. I'm really kind of determined to not take many losers today. It's fine. I'll take my 2 ticks. This trade here, you can see that I took it off of a fib retracement, and I have my stop just below the low of the bar. So we'll see if this trade gets a move up and gives us some profit. By putting on my target projection from the fib, I can see that the first target on this trade would be 24,767, just a little under $200. And the second target is up there at 24,808, which would give just a little under around $400 or so of profit. So let's see how far this trade can go. So as the trade moves up, I move my stop up a bit to protect some profit. Again, there's a lot of resistance up in here, and it really needs to push through all of this before this trade will work. You can see that it came within 1 tick of my stop here, but did not stop me out. As price heads back up into resistance here, you'll notice that the point of control popped up high on the bar, which could show that selling is going to step in again. So you'll see that I moved my stop up to break even +3, and it's either going to work or not. Let's see if we can break the 58 and keep going. We're right there at 58 now. Point of control's low here, looking good. Looks like we should push through this resistance. First target on this small fib move is 767, but again, that 58 is a bit of resistance. I'm going to move my stop up here a bit to 43. Actually, I'll go to 42. And a little bit of selling stepping in here. This 58 is kind of holding. We'll see. See these 75 sellers go away. Otherwise, I'm going to get 6 ticks out of this. There, the sellers went away. Let's see if it can push, break, and keep on going. I'm sure we've got resistance. Yeah, see, there's a lot of resistance up in here still, too. There it goes. There's a nice little break. Oh, how nice. So remember, first target on the fib is 767. I am going to move my stop up now. I do make sure this is a little head fake here. So stop is going to be at 48. Sorry, I have it at 49, but it should be 48. So I'm going to see this resistance here, how this holds it. And look at these sellers stepping in. And as soon as they step in, they get absorbed. Moving my stop up. Target 1 was hit at 67. If you have 2 contracts, take one off at 67. Did it hit it? Yep, to the tick. Whether or not you would have got filled is another story. And then target 2 all the way up at 24,808, which brings us up near yesterday's low. So possible. Just keep in mind here, this hourly is just about to bonk its head on the 200 EMA, which is around 771. And that may very well act as a bit of resistance too. So I'm just going to keep trailing up and protecting. Even target 1 seems to be a little bit of a hiccup. I'm going to move up just underneath this little area of resistance in here. That 58 was a trouble to get through, and then when it pushed through. So I'm not going to give this. I'll give it one more tick. 54 is where I'm protecting. And I'm stopped out, and that's okay. Point of control's up high on this bar. It looks like we could get a little bit more of a pullback there. Right here, I'd like to kind of take this little short for a scalp. I'm going to sell right here and just take a little bitty scalp. I'm not looking to get a lot. I may look to see if I can get 10 ticks out of this. So I'm going to put a target at 26. And here you can see on that nice little scalp of 10 ticks, we're just about to get the 10, and there it is, 10 ticks, done. Yep. Let's see if I can grab it in here somewhere. If I get a little retracement up and in, we got a little bit of support there, so let's see if we'll retrace a little bit. Let me get in toward VWAP. I'm going to try to sell it right up in here. I'm in at 24. And stop needs to be above the high at 33, so about a 9 tick risk here. And let's see if this can push down. I want to make sure it doesn't just a trap up below VWAP here, but I do think we can head all the way down to value area low. So let's see where we go. More selling stepping in. Gives me some confirmation to stay in the trade. Point of control is kind of in the middle of this bar here, which should be a signal more of continuation. So I'm just going to hang loose here. Hang tight. Hang some way. Unfinished auction at the bottom. I don't believe that 27 seller at the bottom is a trap. It could potentially be, but I don't believe it. I think we go lower. Although they did get absorbed. Keep on going. You can see there's an order flow support there. So let's see, it might take a little bit to hammer through it. And let's see if we can hammer on through it and keep going. Go one tick higher here. You know that I do like to go 2 ticks above the wick. This wick was at 32, so I'm willing to give it to 34. That's it. I may get stopped out, but I got that 50 EMA right there at 32. So I think 34 is probably a better stop, to be honest. And now let me see. I've got to push down through that VWAP again and then hold. And I want to sellers are stepping in there. This point control is nice and high on this bar. I do like that. All right, we're heading right back into that support again. It's got to break that 712 and push right through this little rectangle of support. Now I feel like I can lower stop a little bit more. I'm going to lower now down to 32. And let's see if we break the support this time. Let's see if this will keep dropping. I'm going to move stop now. I'm not going to lose anything here. I'm only break even plus 1. Next support level is between 03 and 699. So again, that next one might take some drilling to push through it. That little bit of buying that came in there really just kind of got absorbed. I don't think that's a fake between that resistance. I'm going to protect a little bit more though. I mean, in that support there. I'm already going to move my stop down somewhat. See if this point of control here holds. And if this wants to head all the way down to value area low, that would be great. But if it doesn't, there's issues along the way. And you notice along the way, I'm not really painting any red resistance levels. So it's, not super strong, but that low is 699. So let's see if we can break that 699. It came right to it, to a tick. And trying to break it. And I'm still targeting this developing value area low, which is at 677, but I'm really going to protect profit along the way. I don't want to see a bounce. So I got a cluster of sellers here, one at 707, one at 706, and one at 705. So I'm just hiding a couple ticks above those. And my stop is at 710 now. So worst case, I get 14 ticks. Best case, I get down here at this value area low at 678. Now, if you're in this and you wanted to give it more room, you could trail it bar by bar and put your stop at 14, which still protects 10. But again, I'm just being really nice and conservative. So it's a little unfinished auction right up here at 708. So they could come back up and, and retest that, and I may get stopped out. They may just break right through it. Look at this, more selling stepping in down below. I'm going to protect a little bit more, to be honest with you. I'm moving my stop to 708. And again, I'm targeting developing value area low at 678. Oh, that's a nice little drop down. Look at that go. Nice, nice. I'm going to move stop down a little bit here. This point of control could be an area of resistance. Stop maybe needs to be a little bit above it, but I'm just going to trail by the bar now. So I'm at 705. Oh, we are heading very close into developing value area low. I'm going to really tight stop here. This is a very logical place. We may just dip below and bounce from there. So I'm going to protect even more. My stop is at 92. I'll go 2 ticks above this point of control, 94. So worst case scenario, I'm protecting what, 30 ticks? I'd love to see it just dip a little bit below that, though, a little below that. Oh, look at the value area low actually now just moved down and is at 649. So we may actually go a little lower. I'm going to give this just a hair more room and just trail it by the bar. I'm going to put my stop at 97. TPO value area right there as well at 672. Little bit of buy-in stepping in here. We know this is a potential level, but let's see if it keeps going, and it does. Nice. Now we are below point of control. The point of control has moved down, but we're still below it. So I'm going to move my stop down to 91. Again, anywhere in here, there's certainly support where we could bounce. If you want, you could just take your profit here. I'm just going to be, I see buyers coming in. I'll see. I'm going to leave my stop. I'm 2 ticks above point of control, right? Point of control's at 88. I'm 3 ticks above it. So that's fine. I'll give it to that. That's it. I probably will get stopped out. So far not, but I do think I will. Yep, there it goes. Just came and ticked me out. Look at that. All right, that's fine. I mean, I probably could have just taken it off down here. We knew we had a lot of support. I had buying support in there. I have a TPO level there. So that was a very nice trade.